listening to the Burnt Offerings podcast, a show about cigars, friends, faith, and general tomfoolery. Do not take these guys too seriously. Now grab a stick, settle in, and let's set fire to foot. This is Burnt Offerings.
This is terrible.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
I love it.
Why?
I love it.
Why?
It just makes you feel good. It just makes you feel good in your soul.
It just ends.
Gentlemen, welcome back.
Hey,
welcome
Patrick.
back.
Steven, good to be with you.
Episode 22.
Double deuce.
Man.
22.
Double deuce. As Steven pointed out earlier, our podcast can drink now.
It's old enough to drink. It's
That's
22.
Right. Feeling 22, in fact.
Okay, thanks.
Taylor.
Appreciate
Our good friend Taylor, thank you for your continued support of episode 22.
22. You think Taylor Swift will support our podcast?
Oh, is that who you meant?
Yeah.
I know now.
Well, listen, we've got a special one for 22. We're celebrating the double deuce with a double Ligero.
Oh, my God.
The double Ligero Corona.
It looks like
from LFD.
It looks like I'm about to go on a gag thing on a stage or do. It's so much.
I mean,
it's big.
It's not small.
It's not. It's big.
Yeah. Flor Dominicana.
I'm just, folks, it's big. Yep.
Patrick's baby hands just don't do it justice. Yeah, La Flor Dominicana, LFD, double Corona, double Ligero, double your pleasure with double mint LFD.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, this is no joke of a stick. When we were chatting earlier, I could not visualize this, and I'm like, is this stick as big as the J.C. Newman Bricktoberfest, which was 8 point a little bit more
550
inches by and this comes in. This is like in WrestleMania 1 when Andre the Giant walked down to meet Hulk Hogan, because this thing is like 8.5 inches.
It's only 7.5.
No, it feels like 8.
Okay.
554.
It's definitely bigger around. That is true.
Man, this thing is a monster.
And this is where Patrick's wife goes, why are you guys always so sexual on your podcast?
It's literally why we can't shake the explicit rating on Apple. I keep telling you.
Oh, it's not true.
It's an issue.
Oh, my God.
This is a thunder stick.
Okay, that's fine.
It is. It's large. Folks, it's large. It's a
big.
large stick.
Big. So this is going to be an extended episode. It's going to be done in 9 parts. I've had to take 3 days of vacation just to get this all in.
Good.
It is reasonably possible that could end up being true. If we talk, folks, you don't know this, but typically we smoke a whole cigar in real time, which can take us, 2 to 2.5 hours often?
Our recordings probably average a little more than an hour and a half, just under 2 hours.
And then we get it down to, about the
45 minute mark.
Manageable.
Something a little more consumable. So, all right, tell us about it. Tell us what's the makeup here? What are we actually holding?
Yeah, so we are holding about 4.6 pounds of Dominican tobacco.
That's true. With an ever so lightly sprinkled touch of a wrapper that's not Dominican.
Just a few ounces of Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper.
There you go.
But yeah, so an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, binder filler is straight Dominican tobacco.
But it's a specialty kind of. And what is it about this particular?
Yeah, so we mentioned it's a double Ligero. Double Ligero meaning binder filler are both Ligero leaves, which if you've ever looked at a cigar plant in bloom, the topmost leaves are referred to as Ligero leaves. And what makes them unique over their lesser brethren are because they get more sunlight, more sun exposure, and also are less mature leaves. They're younger leaves on the plant. They hold a lot more nicotine in the leaf. And so a Ligero leaf has a bit more of a strength punch to it. And sometimes you talk about a cigar being medium bodied or medium to full. This is full to extremely full body. Despite this being a very robust cigar, it's got some very good reviews across the board. It's somewhere in that 90 to 92 rating, depending on what review site you're looking at. So There is some expectation going into the cigar tonight that it's not just going to be a punch to the face, but we're going to enjoy it. Why it's punching us in the face.
I'm really looking forward to this, honestly.
So the band Five Finger Death Punch should make their own cigar and only make them out of
Yeah, Five Finger Ligero.
Five Finger Ligero. Punch you right in the face.
So yeah, this will be good. I'm not personally super familiar with LFD offerings. I've had a few here and there, but again, wasn't smoking in a way that I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Good. Again, we got 17 hours worth of tobacco to pay attention to.
Totally, we do.
So
I am excited to talk about some of the backstory on how this came to be.
We got lots of time.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. This is really exciting. I'm getting chocolate off the foot.
Get there with
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like it's like I'm holding it. It's like
You're holding it like
a beef jerky.
like a microphone or something. Like you're full fisting that thing.
like a beef jerky.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
I mean, good Lord. It's like one of those jumbo Slim Jims.
Those the aromas on the smell are the same aromas
Yes.
there on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
super earthy, super tobacco.
You're right. Guys, I'm
already buzzed.
yeah, I think we got to light this puppy
Listen,
up, right?
I've got some pepper already in the back of my throat, just off the cold draw.
I will say though, as we're getting lit up, as far as looks go, I mean, this thing is well put together. It's a very smooth wrapper. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, very smooth, beautiful brownish hue color.
There's a red tone even to it.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty.
Double cap cigar.
Like a very dark walnut.
Yes. Good color. Time I should go out to Sherman Williams for my cigars. Get some new color.
We'll just get you some swatches.
No, I want to do this at the shop.
You want to take a lit cigar into
No, not a lit cigar.
Okay.
I just want to roll in with my whole humidor. Just start pulling them out.
You're sitting in the back in the corner, got all your cigars on the ground, like digging out colors, trying to compare.
Popcorn?
I didn't get popcorn off of it.
Like raw, unbuttered, unsalted popcorn?
I get where you're going there. I can
Just a little bit, just a slight
ascend to that. Like I can see that there.
hat tip to that
Yeah.
flavor note.
So kind of room note. If you've walked into a cigar lounge when they're busy,
Mm.
this is what it smells like. And I'm not saying that's bad. Like I'm just saying like the room note that just came off of these, that's what it smells like.
Yeah, the smell off of this
Then what we're getting, yeah.
smells interesting, different. Yeah, I can see that. There's a whole room full of people smoking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that kind of dirty ashtray,
No.
generic, muddled together smell. There's a definitive aroma,
Mm-hmm.
slightly different than what we picked up on the cold draw in this.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Honestly, I'm sitting here. I mean, I'm half an inch in.
Yeah.
And I just keep mentally telling myself, go slow. Go
That's
slow.
true.
Like there is no
Need to be in a
no need to rush this
Yeah.
thing. Because if you do, you'll be picking me up off the floor. And you guys may not be in the right state
yeah.
of sober, quote unquote, to pick me up off the floor.
Well, we should leave the cameras running. Try to stand up tonight.
That's perfect. That's fine. We should do that. I guess an important connecting detail that I missed there too was that Dominican cigars were having a moment on that early part of the 90s because they were producing a lot of what the market wanted when it was more mild. And that was part of the reputation that he was trying to battle as a Dominican producer was, hey, we can actually play on all ends of the spectrum. But that early 90s rush to those milds, like Macanudo was in there, Montecristo, Romeo and Julieta. Did I get that right? Did I get
you did.
All right. I've been working on it. All really, really popular during that time.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes sense then that he gets lumped in, hey, you're a Dominican producer. I know what you are.
You're just like everybody else.
Yep.
I would love to know what was being done back in the 90s with all those Ligero leaves not in use.
That's a good point. My guess were they were harvesting them, the plant up to that point, and then just leaving them on. Like we've seen tobacco fields where they haven't taken them all the way to the top.
Right. And then,
My guess is they just left what they didn't need on the stalk.
mine is chilled, by the way. I just want to throw out the pepper. Started out super early, was on the cold draw, got a little bit of it, and then it did. I thought I was going to
be lit up
because it's so freaking long. I thought I'd have a little bit more pepper for a little while, but I've lost my pepper.
That's good.
Have you guys lost your pepper?
I haven't yet.
I never found it.
You never found it?
I've got it. It's right in the middle of my tongue. Just
Okay.
it's not strong, I would
It's
say.
not strong. No.
But like I got just a steady little tingle sitting there from this, which is fine. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But something that I've noticed about this thickness of smoke. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot. Fun.
Yeah, you can get quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to over puff here.
Oh, lest you get over puffed.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Understood.
Which is funny because in some ways I've preparing for the show tonight, I've probably over psyched myself.
I bet.
I've smoked plenty of full-bodied cigars. I tend to gravitate that way. And I don't think about it. I just smoke it and enjoy it and do whatever I'm doing. But
Yeah.
I am definitely intentionally slower tonight. Try not to over puff. A little bit concerned of like, hey, when's it going to hit?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how am I going to fare through it?
Sure. And if you're comparing this to the what it's a reaction, this is overwhelming.
Sure.
Like if you're in a mild
Yeah.
cigar world, and then you just pick this, and you don't get anywhere in between. You smoke that thing over there, and then all of a sudden you pick this thing. This thing
Sure.
will be overwhelming.
Yeah, if you pick this up based on the Dominican idea alone, and that was your impression, like, oh, I like Dominicans.
So this must be
That
great.
looks new. This looks
it's
great.
a lot. So I'm going to smoke all night with this wonderful thing, and you're going to be fine, and then you're not.
That could mess you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
So you and your palate and the things that you enjoy might not be quite, because you have worked your way across the spectrum a little bit.
Right.
And so therefore you might be not quite as overwhelmed as, say, a guy who picked up his first stick 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Or even 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. Especially if they stayed on the lighter end. So, you kind of psyched yourself up and maybe you're slowing down a little bit. I have not thought about it like that and was excited about today, and I haven't thought about it till you just brought it up, like just smoking this thing. Smoke it. So we'll find out just who had the right strategy when it comes to if I'm scarfing chocolate here in about 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I got to get some chocolate in me. We'll know, but I have not taken your tact because I hadn't thought about it that way. Although I've been in places, my most vivid memory of going, oh no, I've gotten too much. I was in a shop that we all particularly care for. It's a pretty nice little place over in Winchester, Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Called John B. Hayes. And they don't have much of a lounge. It's a pretty small little place up front where all the regulars tend to pop in. There's 5 or 6 chairs. And I was there with a friend that we all have a mutual friend that likes to go there, and so he and I were in. It was kind of almost after hours, like the doors were about to lock. The guy was about to shut the door, but he let the locals stay.
Yeah.
And so we were all in there, I was basically smoking 7 sticks because there were 7 dudes in a very small spot. And about halfway through my stick, I was like, this ain't good. I got to get in the sweats. And, and it was, because he turned the lights out and he kind of shut things down a little bit. And I think maybe the circulation might have been turned off. It got a little warm.
Yeah.
I was in bad space. So I had to go outside and just get out into the air, and it was a little cooler outside. So I was able to cool off as it had gotten dark. And I do not like that feeling. It's not a good feeling. So hopefully I don't have that experience tonight.
Oh,
no doubt.
You are invited to spend the night if you need.
Well, thanks. I'll just sleep right there on the cool concrete. Put my face right up on the concrete. Be like, oh, this is good.
I wish you would. No, I do. I wish you would.
Lindsay needs to walk out here like she needs a hole in her head. Find me all balled up in the middle of her garage.
She won't open the door.
She won't even open the door.
No, the cars stay out. On recording night, the cars do not come back into the garage.
She doesn't need to have that.
So I stopped by this afternoon ahead of time to drop off a little bit of gear, knowing that I wouldn't be here as early. Mm-hmm. And I opened up the side of your garage here through the main door and dropped off the bag.
Yeah.
And as I was walking back to the car, it hit me like a brick wall. I said, "Oh my God, that's what that smell has been my whole life."
What smell is that?
So the smell of your garage, which smelled like garage, but also I'm now realizing that
we've seasoned it.
We've seasoned it with cigar smoking, and it just hit me when I was walking back. What it took me back to was like so many of my friends' garages as a kid,
because their dads were smoking in the garage.
Well, they must have been smoking something in the garage, right? Like that's what or the guy that owned it before them did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it hit me. It wasn't every kid's, but that's where it took me. And I thought, oh, that's what I never knew that was part of that smell. But now I know.
Yeah, there's obviously a couple days after we've recorded, there's still kind of the stale smoke smell. But in between, because we have a couple weeks in between recordings. And so in that kind of that middle part where it's aired out entirely, it is seasoned. Like there is you can, if you kind of know what you're looking for in the smell, you can, I can tell cigars have been smoked.
Yep.
I can, and it's generally pretty pleasant.
Yeah.
All around. It kind of depends on what we've smoked more recently, but yeah. And it's so funny because sometimes the next day it's like, oh, that's an ashtray. Right. And then there's sometimes like, ooh, that left a pretty good room note. Kind of wild how that is.
My only experience like that, my mom's parents, heavy users, going to because come from lots of money or any at all, and so they were living in a trailer house out in the middle of a cotton field out in West Texas. So you walk in and everything's covered in nicotine.
Yeah,
everything,
especially in an old school trailer,
in an old trailer. Yeah, and it was. Paint, the pictures on the wall were brown. They probably weren't when they started, but they were.
But if you picked them off the wall, if you could get them unstuck from the wall,
there was a line,
definite marking there.
So going into that, because Granny
just smoked. Yeah,
she rolled her own and she did her thing, man. She had a system. It was enjoyable to watch.
Does she have a little cigarette rolling machine, kind of like those old school credit card machines?
Yeah. I want that thing so bad. My cousin has it.
Oh, it's still around.
It's still around. My cousin, my cousin got the rolling machine and my grandfather's spittoon that he made himself out of copper because he was a welder.
Okay,
so he soldered his own spittoon. And my cousin
just kept it in the house next to the Lazy Boy or something.
How big is that spittoon?
In the middle.
Okay, that's good size.
And he didn't smoke.
Yeah,
he chewed plug tobacco. So he'd get a pocket knife, and cut a corner off and spitting that thing all day. And Granny's in the other room rolling some bugler.
Guys,
yeah, man,
that takes you back, doesn't it,
dude? I worked a telemarketing job. I was probably 18 years old, and
that doesn't surprise me. By the way,
like I was still in school, but it It was a job. I saw an ad in the paper. I needed some cash, right? And I think I worked like 6 to 9:30 every night, So it wasn't a bad gig. It was they sold cabinet like refacing, right? So you're not getting new cabinets. They'll come in and like, put a new.
Are you cold calling a list?
No, here's the gig. This is going to tell you exactly how long ago this was, and I'm going to sound like an old man now. Because here's the gig. They staffed a kiosk in the major malls throughout Northern Ohio. They'd have a sales rep work it each day, and they'd offer a full kitchen remodeling. If you gave them, your name,
filled out the little
a little card. Yep. And then the cards were what we did every night. We had literally a stack of cards and like an MS-DOS computer screen that did auto dialing for us. The computer did the dialing. That's all it did. It just called, and I'd get a screen that said, "I'm calling Bob Sliney," and "Hey, Bob, calling to talk to you about your kitchen cabinets. It sounds like they're not in great condition. Tell me about that." Right? Like, and the whole gig was to set an appointment so that they could
get a
come
salesperson out.
Yep, and they'll offer them financing out for 15 years on the $3,000, and whatever the scenario was. Right? There was a woman. This is the whole point of this. There was a woman that must have been working at that company since they cut the trees down, right? Like, and she would spend her entire shift rolling cigarettes. And I just thought, is this your daily
she wasn't
supply?
Calling anybody, or
she was, but like, we had the headset, right? Like the,
Okay.
the little headset. And so like most of us would doodle or
not this lady.
There was another woman in there that played solitaire, right? Like she just had, because this was not customer service. This was truly like almost cold calling.
And you get hung up on 99% of the time. Yeah.
Constantly, right? There's like a pit boss that oversaw us that would like get involved if somebody like, blew a whistle in our ears kind of thing, right?
Oh,
like,
hey, did that ever happen to you?
It didn't happen to me. It did happen to a gal in there, and like they called the cops on it. Yeah.
What?
That was probably my grandma.
What?
I kid you not.
I don't know this part. What?
My grandmother.
He'll
Okay,
tell
so
you.
my grandmother in the kitchen, she had 2 phones, right? One was hung on the kitchen wall, and then one was a tabletop model that sat in the living room. But on the kitchen, that one was the first phone, and it had a cord that allowed grandma to walk all the way through the house. It was like a 50-foot curled up cord that could stretch out to 200 feet.
Yeah.
By the phone hung a little metal penny whistle that when telemarketers would call, grandma would be like,
Yeah.
until she ran out of breath and then slammed the phone down.
Yep.
That's my grandma.
Yeah, there were plenty of them.
This just to get your phone number off the list?
I think that was
This was just, if you're going to waste my time, I'm going to hurt your ear.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that
boy.
was the
It
idea.
was just the most aggressive way grandma could be and not sit there and spend any more time than she had to.
Now, and I'll date myself. I worked right after the implementation of the do not call. Do you remember this in American history?
Yeah.
Wish they still had them.
Yeah, if only it was a thing. You could, if you said exactly the magic words, you could get placed on the do not call. Right? So we had little placards above our station that said exactly the phrase. And if you said it exactly right, I had to remove you. And if you didn't say exactly those words, you stayed on.
Do you remember the phrase?
I believe it was,
The phrase it pays.
please place me on your do not call list. And the rule was,
What if I didn't say please?
Yep.
Or place me. If you said, please put me.
You got it. And they would stay on the list.
Dumb. Let's talk about the flavors of this LFD.
Let's do that.
Fortunately, I think my remnants of the cold is muting a lot of the flavors that are here. So I'm going to lean on you guys.
I got some pepper.
Yeah, my pepper is pretty dialed back. It is now, it's mellowed out, so maybe you're not missing a lot. Maybe you're
Agreed.
Maybe you're there.
Yeah, the flavor note I'm getting is just kind of a earthy tobacco flavor. Just the slightest little wafting of sweetness here and there.
Yeah.
Not every time, but just, kind of leathery type sweet, but not pungently leathery.
Yeah.
That sweetness of it.
I agree with you on that.
That's where I'm sitting right now.
I actually think you're getting exactly where it's at.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This is curing my cold.
There it is. I agree. It there is that bit of leather. It is. I think also it helps that this thing is such a robust wrapper. It's not.
I mean,
flimsy.
we've been rolling for almost an hour.
For real?
Have we really?
Yeah, we have.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
This is like when I go to the buffet and you can't even tell I've
By the way,
eaten anything else.
Right.
I am not going.
Right.
I
I'm
am
like,
way ahead.
well, I'm trying to pick up.
I'm
but
way
like,
ahead of Ryan. Like
An hour.
Ryan's barely touched that thing.
Well, I was just sitting here looking at this going, I should have like made
Marked
some
it.
mental markings.
Where
right?
is the first third? Yeah, we're not out of the first third yet.
No.
Yeah. Well, my
You
thought was
might
might be just edge. My thought is if we get to the edge of maybe a half an inch in front of the wrapper,
Well, I think
by the band, we might be at the back.
I was going to say, I feel like where the band is sitting
That's the back
represents
third.
the last third.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, I still got.
like,
I'm almost
You're
there.
about into
I'm
the second.
almost,
You're almost the
into
second third.
second third.
I'm a solid like inch and a half behind you there.
yeah, it's a very cool burning.
Yes.
Like,
That's been a little different for me to get the burn pace right on that.
well,
too.
and this is what I'm noticing. Like, I am going slower, and so it's almost going out on me.
which it did for me. Yeah.
And so I'm really having to draw in deep, which counterbalances my intention of smoking slower when I have to draw so deep to get it
Right.
re-going
Agreed.
again. I'm not helping my.
That's what's going to make you high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also the other day I was watching some stuff. Evidently, I watch videos about tobacco now all the time, and they were talking about your humidity levels are not cigar generic. They're not like you like Ryan. You run your stuff around a 67 or 60.
68, 69.
Right. So this stick was sitting in my new improvised humidor, which probably has been running around 70 or 72. And so I pulled them out a couple of days early to let them. What did you call it that one time where you put it in a different box?
Yeah. They called
Dry
it
box.
a dry box.
So, so they've been in a separate box since Sunday night or Monday.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to maybe acclimate them a little bit, but this thing sits a little wetter, moister, more humidity. And they were talking about the fact that a thinner, smaller cigar should be a little higher in humidity.
Yeah. Soft.
And then a bigger, in this case, like our cigar, a little fatter, bigger cigar should be running less. So I
Okay.
wonder
That's
if this
interesting.
thing should be a little below. Maybe I should have left it in the other box that runs. My other box runs around 67. Maybe I should have left them in that box.
I mean, I'm smoking it fine now. I had to change my pace to keep it because it did go out on me a little bit earlier, but I felt like I was smoking at a pace that would have kept me lit, But yeah, I think I need to tend to it a little bit more, which is fine. Like I think it'll get better as it goes.
But if
too
I had
on
it
that
down
front.
to 65, if I had it down to a 65 to 67 instead of a 60.
I'm sure that would make a
72.
difference, right?
Crunchy.
Right, but it's a bigger stick, and maybe because
holds different,
it'll
right?
hold different, and because it's so long and coolness, I just wonder if it would burn more appropriately.
That's a good question.
As you're doing that, did it freshen up well?
Yeah,
for you?
brought those flavors.
Yeah, I had just relit when I said I was getting pepper, a minute or two ago, and I think that was a lot of what happened there.
Yeah, don't mind me. Y'all talk amongst
Oh,
yourselves.
you're totally fine.
Freshening it up brought a little pepper forward. It's a lovely cigar. I mean,
It really is.
again, it's not overly complex with flavor, and that's okay sometimes. And honestly, I think if this thing was
There you go.
all across the board on flavor,
Yeah.
it'd be too much. Be overdone.
Yeah. Yeah. I like, honestly, it's a really enjoyable smoke. It's well constructed. It's fun. I've really been noticing the ash on this a little bit. It looks like it's going to be feathery, dusty, and it actually is more solid than it looks. It also looks like they roll. I've been trying to figure out how they rolled it, because I've got kind of like a hurricane pattern in the leaves inside, kind of a spiral. And I don't know that I've seen a lot rolled like that. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's because they're dealing with the Ligero leaves and maybe they're not as big. Right?
They don't tend
to be
bigger.
that big. So
Tend to be
like,
bigger.
I just wonder, did they have to approach the roll differently And we read on this. Ligero typically is a difficult leaf for combustion. So there's a lot of reasons you don't see a lot of Ligero in there, but it does not combust as well, right? So the Vaso, the very bottom, typically has, is that right?
Seiko's the bottom, Vaso's the middle.
Right. So Seiko has a good burn quality, if I recall correctly. You get a lot of flavor in those middle leaves, so it's that blend mixture, and you get a lot of strength from Ligero.
Mm-hmm. Well, wouldn't it be true that a Ligero leaf is a little thicker, for lack of a better word, than your Seiko leaf?
Yes.
Which would explain why the wrapper, not the binder, is thicker, and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Cohiba does something one step above Ligero, and they have a specialty which we probably could not afford if we could get them because they're made in Cuba, but because they have a
life goals.
They have a Cohiba that there's a word for it. It's not Ligero, so there's Ligero that we all are talking about, but then there's another step above it, and that becomes like they only make 2,000 cigars a year.
Because they don't have that
there's
much, right?
only a very few of these, and then they have to hand choose them, which then just adds to the cost, right? And they then are the one that makes that cigar extraordinarily strong. And do you have a word for it?
Corona. It's the Corona.
Okay.
So
well, that makes sense. It would
Seiko, Viso, Ligero, Corona is at very top.
Okay.
If you can harvest it.
And not every plant makes them.
Right.
And so they have to then go through the field, find them, pick them, specialty, and then they only make a very few sticks, which then
makes me want to do a dive on
which
those.
Which then just makes it become a very expensive cigar. And it's probably the wrapper, right?
Yeah.
It becomes the pinnacle of that stick, and they can't put it all the way through the cigar because there's probably not enough of them.
They're also probably not making ones this long.
Well, no, I was going to say,
think about the leaf that you need, or your
Toro, maybe, right?
Yeah, or your double layering. Like, I don't know how, but like this is a long leaf to roll.
Yeah. Well, and this is the Sumatran wrapper.
Yeah,
they very well could have on this binder. It may be two.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? This seems like a great time now that we were talking about.
Okay, what are we doing
about humidity?
Hey, listen, I've made it through the first third. So
yes,
I'm with you. I'm into the future. You are not.
I'm not ready to go back to the future.
So there you go. I'm into the future of the first third is over. What do you got, Patrick?
I think it's time to talk about something that has been helpful to me. Before we get into that next third, it just seems appropriate since you brought up the humidity. I want to talk about something that every single cigar smoker eventually learns the hard way, Stephen. I want to talk about humidity.
Oh.
Humidity matters.
Yes, it does. All important.
If your cigars are too dry, they burn hot. They lose flavor.
Been there. Smoke that. That's real.
Too humid, and they can plug up and smoke like a wet rope.
Gosh. But again, been there, smoked that, or tried.
Well, I've got the solution for you, gentlemen. That's where Boveda, pronounced Boveda.
Boveda.
That's where Boveda comes in. Boveda packs are two-way humidity control for your humidor. They automatically add or remove moisture to maintain a precise relative humidity level so that your cigars are fresh, and they stay fresh, and they smoke the way they're supposed to. No refilling water, no beads, no sponges, no maintenance.
I like that.
I'll give a plug. I, with my makeshift, made up humidor because we had a trip to Florida.
That's right.
Got a little overzealous with the purchasing power that I had.
As one does sometimes.
I ended up needing to build an annex box. And, they threw a couple of Bovedas in to get us home.
That's
right.
Right.
Very kind to the places that we frequented. And I still got one in that box. And guess what? That sucker is not dry.
Still going strong.
It's still working because, I've got other ways in there. Because I always end up dying.
Folks, that's exactly what Boveda is all about. You just place the packs in your humidor and let them do the work. So if you care about protecting the flavor, the burn, the longevity of your cigars, check out Boveda. That's Boveda.
I like that you found the way to say it, because my whole entire life, up to this moment, I called it a Boveda.
My friends, it's Boveda.
Boveda. With an A. They spell it with an E, but it's pronounced with an A.
Tell all your friends it's Boveda. Boveda. Simply the easiest way to protect your cigars.
Sound like you know what you're talking about. Is that?
Check them out. You can get them at your local cigar shop or other fine humidification retailers nationwide.
Like Boveda.com.
I bet that's something.
Probably your best option.
Probably buy them on the old Amazon.
Heck, Steven's got one he'll give you.
It's still hydrated. For something that has got the reputation of being strong.
It's not kicking my ass
It's
yet.
not kicking my ass, number one. Number two, it is nice and smooth. Like it has really just kind of, it's carrying its own. It doesn't get, I've smoked plenty of cigars that got gross in the middle. This is not.
Yeah, just muddle out. And this is not doing.
It's not doing that at all. I'm not sure if I got the note. The one note that I find interesting on here that I have not tasted yet is oak.
Oh.
And it's a second, third idea. So I'm going to be looking for that. Not sure yet where that would be.
I know we've talked about it before, and it's good to just remind listeners of this. There's a difference between the strength of a cigar and a full flavored cigar, right? So full bodied referring to strength, full flavored referring to a barrage of different flavor notes.
Yes.
So this is, while being full bodied, is not full flavored. It's flavorful, but it's not overly complex in its flavor. And again, I for this particular stick, especially at this size point, I'm okay with that. I don't need it to have an ever-changing flavor profile. As we maneuver through the inches here, I'm okay that it started. It's continuing the way that it started.
Yeah, and they didn't. They're using 2 types of tobacco here, not 3, because sometimes you can get a 3. Often, you get a different binder, different filler, different.
Yeah.
And because the filler binder are the same, I think it's going to be smooth and steady on the flavor notes. I did just retrohale, and I got a little bit of wood in the retrohale. So maybe that would be my oak. It's definitely not a cedar. What's so funny?
Read your head, and I got a little wood.
Maybe I can say that again. When I retrohaled, I now can taste the wood flavors.
Okay.
Perfect.
I watched an interview with Turo Fuente, Sr., and he went to the guy that developed and created Cigar Aficionado and said, I will buy an ad in your magazine.
I saw that.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Every episode, every magazine you print. Every edition, I will buy an ad. He swore he was only going to buy it. He's like, this is going to flop.
And boy, did it not.
And I think in every magazine, there's been an Arturo Fuente ad because he committed to it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And the guy was like,
I love that they
Right.
I love that they stood by their word on that too, but they've got us that you think about the Fuente brand now, just in America, right? They're cemented.
Oh yeah.
That was wise. In the long run, they are squarely cemented in the upper echelon of cigar brands, at least in our experience.
Yeah. I'm going to support a businessman. I like Moxie.
I love that even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he did.
Yeah.
Well, what a move though,
because,
right?
his son, if I recall that video, Steve, his son was like, Dad, you paid how much for an ad space?
Right.
Like, that's crazy. And he's like, it's okay.
Don't worry, son. I just bought it once.
We're only going to do this once, maybe twice.
I'm helping him out.
And now, 25 years plus,
okay,
right?
But can we have more of that in life, right? Can I have more people that when they're betting against me, they also invest in me?
Yeah.
Boy.
That is not a move.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's so crazy about that is he didn't just say, I don't think this is going to work out. I'll pass. He said, my risk is low, so I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to your point, Patrick,
I love that.
About how cemented Fuente cigars are here, definitely in North America, but all across the world. Oftentimes, when I walk into a humidor, just don't know what to go with. I become a little overwhelmed with too many good options. I default to Fuente because I know that I could go in with my eyes closed, grab anything off the Fuente shelf,
Yeah.
And I am going to be perfectly pleased for the next hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Does not matter what I grab.
Unless you grab the
Completely
short
agree.
story and it's 45 minutes.
And then you're
Right.
just disappointed because you
It's
want
over.
more, right?
It's
Yeah.
over, yeah.
Well, I'm going back and getting something else, another
You're totally
point.
right.
But like you cannot go, and that's true of a lot of other cigar makers right now, but not to the degree that, I don't do that with other cigars of like, I'll just grab whatever from some other brand.
Can we talk about LFD as a brand?
Yeah, let's do that.
We should.
You mentioned earlier, I don't know if you said it on air or not, that this might be your only one.
No, I've had others from them, but it's not a company that I'm very familiar with. I don't know a lot about. And that's part of why when I'm in a shop and I see LFD sitting there, I don't generally rush to them. It's just not a cigar maker that I know a whole lot about. I don't know their history.
Yeah, we can give you some of that.
Please. Ready.
Lido Gomez started farming in the Dominican in the early 90s and came up during the boom, benefited, and then really to keep his business alive, kind of differentiated. And when that market contracted, I think it was the same spot. And that's really where he pushed. He kind of rode that boom into the boutique and the powerful race that happened at the end of the 90s. There was a huge push to that, like we talked about earlier, big ring gauge, whatever. And like we mentioned before, he gets behind it and just says, I'm going to show you what a Dominican cigar can be.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is actually what allowed him to expand the line later. And so now he's got a whole lot of offerings, mainly because he survived
Right.
through that and held on to ride it out. And now I see like you get LFDs and a lot of samplers, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm sure that's some of their strategy is like getting them mixed in. I think that's some of their kind of marketing approach. It's interesting. That's been my only experience with them, like the Thompson's cigar samplers.
Oh, sure.
Or like the Cigars International ones that you'll get sometimes on the penny savers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I'll order those because they're a decent value, right? You'll get, and we've talked about this on the show before. If they're either a 5 or a 10 pack and, you're in for $20-$30 and you're going to get, an Oliva, you're going to get a Drew Estate, you'll get some decent brands, kind of their flagships, and a lot of times I've noticed that there's an LFD in there and they've been good, but I've not enough that I've really dug into the brand. I'm the same as you. I didn't know a ton.
Yeah, listen, if it's helpful for you, get in about 3 or 4 inches outside the band, it begins to hit you in the head. I found it.
Okay.
Well, see, I was just
that makes sense just on length.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just getting ready to say at the point that I'm at now, about the middle of the middle, it's kind of mellow. Like maybe flavor wise, right? The flavor for sure is just kind of mellow.
But we're still just rocking more nicotine than.
Oh yeah, then we know what to do with.
Right.
Even's dipping into the chocolate. So here in
I'm excited about that.
in a few minutes, I'm curious to see if you notice a difference that's helping to bring about.
Yeah, I'll be curious to hear on that as
It'll
well.
make my cigar taste like chocolate.
I feel like this cigar should come with like a wrist wrap. My
just
my
holding it so long.
Yeah, like golly, I'm starting to get carpal tunnel. Oh, we've been smoking for approaching 2 hours now.
That's right.
Right. So if you're following along at home, it's not been that long for you. Normally we say what I'm about to say at the end, but I feel like this is a good place to make mention that you are tracking with us this little adventure of ours called the Burn Offerings Podcast. Yeah, we'd love to have you jump on our Reddit thread.
Yes.
And share any LFD experiences that you've had and or just your general take on any Dominican cigars that you've enjoyed. Because again, there's a ton out there, right? And if you've got a Dominican favorite, swing by Burn Offerings on Reddit and drop us a comment what you'd like to smoke in the Dominican wheelhouse. I'm becoming more and more open personally to wanting to explore and pay more full attention to Dominican sticks. And so, hop on over to Reddit and share your thoughts either on LFD or Dominican sticks that you've enjoyed outside of like your obvious Fuentes and Gloria Cubanas and some
Yeah, you could share strong sticks even, right?
Strong sticks, yeah.
Right? Like
That's a hot take. Strong stick.
Liga Privada number 9, that would be in that realm.
Yeah.
Tatawahe's got some pretty bold sticks. The Fausto, is that right?
You mentioned earlier, Patrick, you mentioned Romeo and Julieta as being a more in the medium mild range.
They were, yeah.
Interesting to me.
And they're a Dominican brand.
It's been a long, it's been years since I've had a Romeo.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably smoke 6 to 10 a year.
It's probably been 10 plus years since I've had one. Reason being, that was a company, that was a cigar that I found, is widely available to me.
Yeah.
So I smoked a lot of them, and they kind of kicked my butt. Some of them, not all of them, but there were a few that I was like, whoa, okay, I'm not ready for that yet. And so in my brain, Romeos always are I kind of just associate with, it's a strong stick. And obviously now I should not, I don't know that there's really much I should fear, right? Or choose to stay away from. Making a mental note, like I need to, next time I'm at a shop, I need to just pick up a Romeo and Julieta and give them a whirl again. Because I remember thinking, well, these are good quality. These are great sticks. They just were too strong for me.
They've got a Maduro box press that is really quite enjoyable. One of their like kind of mid-range offerings shows up in those samplers pretty often as well. That's where I get most of my reps on them.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not their best.
Yeah.
But they've got some offerings that I've really enjoyed. I'll have to look it up for you. But that Maduro box press that I've had is pretty tasty.
I've seen a lot of Romeo. Of course.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Shops. Yeah, they sell a lot of them.
Yeah, they're in samplers a lot. Again, this is one of those brands that you're going to, it seems like.
Well, they're a well-priced cigar, right? They're not overly expensive. They're not, basement barrel type thing. They're just a good mid-range cigar. So the golf course, that makes a lot of sense.
I Googled the old Googles on the length of smoke here. Depending on the Vitola, the old internet's somewhere between hour and a half and 3 hours.
Hour and a half. Geez.
If you smoke this in an hour and a half.
No, the different sizes. There's multiple sizes.
Okay.
And so you can get a shorter of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the monster here.
And if you're ripping through this in an hour and a half,
you are
good on
you are hurting somebody yourself.
There's lots more that I'd like to talk about. I'd love to have some conversation about where you kind of think, and this is just kind of prediction from your personal angle, like where you think the market's going. Are we going more towards stronger boutique-y clip for later?
I have a lot of thoughts about that. I've been in a couple of places.
Well, don't tell us yet.
I won't dig into that. But
don't tell us yet, because we're going to save that for part 2. Honestly, guys, this cigar, it's a long one. And we've definitely recorded enough for an episode. So we're going to split this up and we're going to bring you back for part 2. And we'll dive in a little bit more on the powerhouse cigars and kind of the direction of the industry. And we'll give you some impressions as this puppy rounds the corner. We're right about at the halfway point, Ryan and I. And so to that, we're going to leave you on this, on the cliffhanger.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, cliffhanger. Our first cliffhanger. This is exciting. Listen, if you want to let us all know about it all, you can go to our Reddits.
The first to be continued episode.
Continue to be episode. Here we got Reddits, the old r/Burnt Offerings. You can find us on the old TikToks, the YouTube, and where all you can find your fine podcasts. The Apples, Spotify.
Right.
And listen, if you want to be with me as the old man, there is one listener out there on Amazon. You can join me.
Yeah.
On the
Even loves company.
Yeah, I love it. Please.
Positive news, guys. By the time this episode drops, Apple is starting to roll out video on their podcasting platform.
Oh, that's exciting.
So we're riding that wave. If you're not watching us on video, like Steven said, on YouTube, but you're an Apple listener, you'll be able to get that soon. And I imagine you're going to start seeing that on Amazon following suit too.
All right. Well, if you want to hear about the rest of it, join us next couple of weeks here, and we'll finish it out for you. So we are excited to join us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Burnt Offerings. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform and let us know what you thought of the show.